It's in the past. It's done. We are here now. I am pregnant. It all worked out. If I could go back and tell my 46-year-old self a few things, it would be,
what's up, fertility babe? Let's get these babies, ladies.
What's up, fertility fam? How are you? I hope you are well. Today is October 16th, 2022. Yesterday, the 15th of October, was my 5-year YouTube anniversary, which is bonkers. Hold that thought. Okay, I'm back. That is bonkers to me. I got a notification. I was posting something else and I got a notification that it was my 5-year YouTube anniversary. Is it YouTube anniversary? Anyway, I'm excited and I couldn't have done it without y'all. So thank you. Oh my God. It made me think. I don't know if you guys can see my shirt. I might have the white light up too bright, but it says about to be popping bottles of a different kind. Liberty's got her head in the way. I'll do an insert over here if I can't get it in the shot. Anyway, 5 years ago when I started the channel, my very first video, I was in the middle of my first insemination cycle. And I wasn't sure if I wanted to even show my face. Like if you go back, I think one of my very first videos, my face was not in it at all. I was talking about crinone. I think that's how you say it. It's the progesterone suppository that you put in like with a tampon like applicator. Anyway, I remember sitting at a bar with my friend Felicia and we were going over, we're trying to figure out how I was going to do the insemination. I had already ordered the sperm. It was coming. I was thinking about using the Stork OTC, over the counter, which is like a home insemination thing. I have been on a bunch of message boards. I watched all the lesbian insemination videos and I was ready to do it. And I'm sure we were drinking like a red wine. So I thought I would wear this as I sit here 7 weeks pregnant and I'm about to be popping bottles of a different kind. We sat at the end of the bar at Morel's. Morel's is on 49th Street between 5th Ave and 6th Ave, or Avenue of the Americas. It is on the south side of the street. And we were facing Rockefeller Center. And I remember I had my phone out and we're like pulling up videos of people using the Stork and using, oh my God, what are those little soft cups, I think they're called. I don't think that's their name now, but I think they were soft cups at the time. And then I remember like going home the next day. It was like a Friday, going home the next day and the sperm getting delivered, and I did a video of it and I sent it to Felicia and she was like, oh, this is really happening. I was like, yes, it's really happening. And I was still at RMA. I was doing a trigger shot. So I had so many, you know, they tell you the hour to do your insemination. Actually, I don't even think they knew I was doing a home insemination. I think they thought I was having sex, but anyway, tomato. They gave me the time, and I then did the insemination. That was before I moved to IUIs. Little did I know it was all a waste of time. That I was too old to be doing IUI, and that the zona pellucida, did I say it right, Tanika TTC, was too hard to be penetrated by the sperm, even that very young sperm. In a general sense, fresh sperm is better than frozen sperm. However, there can be fresh sperm with morphology issues that is not as good as frozen sperm, which I would not understand until later when I went on to use fresh sperm that had morphology issues and my eggs with the hardened zona pellucida. It's in the past. It's done. We are here now. I am pregnant. It all worked out. If I could go back and tell my 46-year-old self a few things, it would be, girl, you are so much stronger than you know. You have way more determination than you ever imagined. You will get pregnant with a take-home baby in the end, because we are claiming this as our take-home baby, baby M. And it will all be worth it. Everything else will seem like a blip. Your mettle will be tested. God will make sure that you have enough patience for this baby, because Lord knows you did not have enough with your first one. Let's keep it 100. You are not yet a kind enough person in 2017, but you will learn to be kind. You will be humbled by this journey, and that will teach you what kindness feels like. Everybody deserves kindness. You will find things out about yourself that you never knew. You will find things out about other people that you didn't know. And when people show you who they are, believe them. If people make your journey about them, you need to let them go. They are not in your future. Yeah, that's what I would tell my 46-year-old self. Lord knows it's been a long journey, but I'm grateful to be here. I've learned so much. I've met so many cool, amazing people. I've met some crazy people too, don't get me wrong, but I've met some cool, amazing people, ladies, connections, bonds that I didn't know that I could have. I don't want to say over the internet, because I've actually met a lot of my friends over the internet. Like when I was in LA and I was an actor, I met a lot of people on message boards, and we're still friends to this day. I mean, people come and go and ebb and flow, but those I feel like some of you that I have met on here will be friends for life. You are really going to be internet aunties, and we will probably meet one day. I've met a few of the other TTC ladies from YouTube, but also mainly people who have channels I have met, but I've met some who don't have channels, and we're friends, and I expect that I'll meet more. Like LaShonda, I definitely need to meet you before I leave the planet. Laura, I need to meet you before I leave the planet. Like, that's for sure. Elle Davis, Ode to Chef, old VHS tapes, cassette tapes. Is it old VHS tapes or old cassette tapes? You know who you are, sis, out in California. J Baby in the corner. Oh my God, Jonay, I definitely have to meet you. So yeah, it's just been some amazing connections, and it's been some foolery. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it all. It's been some foolery. It's been some people that I have befriended who ended up to be wackadoodles. Some of them have a channel and some of them don't. But you know, boundaries. I've had to learn all of these things, which is why I started the other channel, Becoming Tanika, because I realized that I was leveling up. I was elevating myself, and I needed to make conscious decisions about what that elevation looked like, what it felt like, what it meant to give myself grace. I had no idea what that meant at the beginning of my journey. I never gave myself grace, and as a consequence, I could give no one else grace, which is why I wasn't as kind of a person as I am now. I didn't know how to be kind because I couldn't be kind to myself, so I couldn't be kind to other people. Not to say I was walking around like a mean, grouchy person all the time, or that I was never nice, but impatient, quick to temper, quick to anger, quick to cut somebody down. That was, 2017 me. I think probably, if I'm 100% honest, it didn't really shift until 2020 during the pandemic, and I just saw the world in a different way and had way more compassion for people and what they might be going through. So I don't fault myself for who I was, but I'm definitely proud of who I am now. I'm proud of the channel. I'm proud of what it's become. I cannot tell you what a big impact it has had. How many of you ladies have reached out to me and said that I had an impact on you getting your take-home baby, and I did not realize that. I don't know if you guys didn't want to tell me before because I wasn't pregnant, and you're telling me now because I am pregnant and you feel like it's a safe space, which I totally respect, but it's so powerful. It just makes all the difference, because I do feel like I was called to this. I'm not sure why. I just do feel like I was called to this. I definitely knew I wanted to have another child and to shepherd a soul, and I think I said this in another video, for me it was never about being pregnant, it was about shepherding the soul. And so some of this being pregnant is getting a little overwhelming because people are very focused on the pregnancy, and I'm just like, whoa. Yeah, I just want to have the baby to myself. I don't know if that makes sense, but I just want to have just moments. And so I appreciate those of you guys who are giving me grace and saying take my time. And then I don't understand the others who are like, are you gonna drop the 2-week wait? I don't think you've thought about that question, because that means I would have to either speed up and edit a bunch of stuff and make new videos, which sounds a little difficult, especially given that I'm pregnant, that I shouldn't be banging out stuff and I have a full-time job. But I'm not going to come off with a 2-week delay, long story short. I said that in a live the other day, so that way when I deliver, I have 2 weeks to edit that video, right? If I stay on the 2 week delay, so that I'm not running around with the pad on trying to hurry up and get a YouTube video out. So, and I get to enjoy my baby. There was a woman that I used to follow, Grinks, and I remember, and I can't remember now if she had twins or not, but she had her baby, and people were really nasty because she didn't post right away after she had the baby. And she was like, guys, I was working hard to have a baby, not to have a YouTube channel. So I took some time off to enjoy my baby. And people were like, how dare you take time off? And we prayed for your baby, and now you're not sharing the baby. And it was like, whoa. So hopefully nobody does that over here, but you will get blocked if you do. My purpose of my channel was about wellness and fertility, not necessarily sacrificing my sanity for the channel, do you know what I mean? Or sacrificing my relationships for the channel. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not gonna leave out the internet aunties, but you just gonna have to give me time. Do you understand what I'm saying? So let's all give each other grace. Let's be kind. Let's be thoughtful of what we're saying. It sounds so simple, but it is like, and it sounds like common sense, but it might be a shortage on common sense. It might be in the tanks with the gas. I don't know. But yeah, let's just be kind to one another. And I think also because I have an opinion on something or have a different experience, it doesn't invalidate your opinion or your experience. We don't have to agree on everything. I think the world is less interesting when all people stop critical thinking and just start following one another like sheeple. So I think it's healthy to have different approaches, different thoughts. I think that's what makes the world go around. I'm sure most of you guys on your teams at work, not everybody thinks the same. Some people have different strengths. If you think of like, I just thought of like the superhero gang, the Justice League. Everybody not you, Justice. Everybody has like different superpowers, right? So your viewpoint can be your superpower. So just because I want to do something one way, or because I'm built to do it one way and you're built to do it another way, doesn't mean your way is wrong. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like let's have respect for our differences. Diversity of thought is very powerful, and let's be inclusive and embrace those different thoughts, and maybe, you know, we could change the world. All right, I didn't mean to get so deep, but I'm very grateful for my 5-year anniversary. I'm just like, it went by like that. And I think it's very timely from like my very first insemination to now that I'm pregnant. And yeah, I wouldn't have it any other way. I'm not gonna say it hasn't been hard, but I do feel like it's unfolding just as it was meant to be, if that makes sense. It's unfolding just as it was meant to be. And I've connected with the people that I was meant to connect with, and I've lost the dead weight of the people I was meant to lose the dead weight of. And I don't wish anybody ill, you know what I mean? Like, just because I don't want to eat with you doesn't mean I don't want to see you eat. So I wish everyone well. I just know that I can't force myself into situations with people that we don't mesh. And it's beyond like diversity of thought. It's just like fundamental differences. Fundamental difference of approach, of thought, of concept. Yeah. And I'm not mad at the people who also thought I was dead weight when I was, you know, not a nice person. I've always been a good tipper, but have I always been good to the wait staff? I haven't. And so like now I wouldn't tolerate a friend who was not good to the wait staff. So I'm not mad if someone of that version of myself that I was doesn't tolerate that. You know what I mean? Like, people come into your season, people come into your life for a season, a reason, or a lifetime. And the people who are meant to be in my life are in my life. And so I don't regret the last 5 years. Do I wish I would have my baby sooner? Yes, of course, because maybe I could have had 2 or 3 more, but who knows what is in store for me. That is still all possible. I don't have any regrets. I don't have any regrets. So for those of you who have been here from day one, I appreciate you. I know a lot of you guys commented to tell me congratulations. Thank you. For those of you who are here now, you're meant to be here too. And so yeah, let's, you know, as long as we're meant to be in each other's lives and we're doing positive things and bringing positivity and information to one another, let's continue to rock it all the way through. I think we're on the upswing for now. We've been in the trenches. We're on the upswing. So here's to 5 more years. Here's to 5 more years. Cheers. Baby does to us all.